Hello, hello, hello. How's everyone getting on? Welcome back to the Traction channel for a live stream, and this time we're actually doing some proper esports racing. I'm doing online racing, but not a public lobby like I've been doing on so many other occasions for these streams. I'm actually going to be jumping into a special event I've been invited to take part in, thanks to the lovely people over at RaceRoom and the DTM. So I've been invited to take part in this event where we are basically going to do two very quick fire races, one in GT3s around, or DTM I should say, modern DTM, which are of course GT3 cars, around Hockenheim, and another race as well after that in the 1995 DTM cars around the classic Hockenheim, which is amazing. So, we'll see how we get on. Hello Motor World, I'm very well, thank you. How are you? Hello Howling Brown, good afternoon, hope you're all good. Ken's here as well, hey Ken. Love all your stuff on the Discord channel. Doing some race room. And it's going to be, I mean, this is like baptism of fire. The last time I did race room in this channel, I did all right, actually. I did pretty well because I was racing in, I think it was the first ever LFM race, and that was the last time I did it.
Hello, hello.
You are going to hear other voices, by the way, on the, because I have to be in a particular Discord channel for this event. So.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, that will be hard to put everyone volume down firstly.
Okay.
So there's going to be a bit of chat going on.
Why are we up here?
I think slowly Studio's inviting the people that...
I'll mute it for now, though. So basically, at points during the stream, I'm going to have them, that group unmuted. There'll be lots of people. Everyone who's racing is going to be one Discord channel, and we have to have that on. So even though I'm streaming, there's going to be a lot of chatter happening in the background. But yeah, the last time I was racing on, what I was trying to say was, the last time I was racing on RaceRoom, especially on this channel, was on it was the LFM, the first ever LFM race on RaceRoom, and it was DTM 95 around, I think it was Malaysia, and it went very well. But this time it's going to be very different because I'm up against like the best of the best in terms of pro esports drivers. So, you know, Florian Hasse, Krippner, Neg, Ortner. We've got lots and lots of great drivers in here. I'm told as well, or the plan was for there to be quite a few DTM real-world drivers as well, and there was going to be other content creators. I'm not sure how many. I know that there are plenty of special guests, but my target is to be like the best of the, or one of the best of the non-esports drivers. That's kind of the deal here. So we'll see how it goes. That's great to hear, Motor World. Oh, that's very, very kind of you to say. And I'm very glad that it did help you through that. Honestly, it's hugely appreciated, and it's very kind of you to leave that comment as well and let me know, because obviously if we can make a difference for anybody in that sort of way, we are very happy about it, and that's obviously what we try and do, so very much appreciated. Hopefully you enjoyed the stream tonight. And yes, RaceRoom is free to try this month as well. So the game is free to buy in the first place, but the content costs. However, right now, single bit of content is free for a month. You can't buy the content, but you can try the content. So it's a great time to get involved. I think I should start doing some driving. I'm probably going to have to unmute this Discord channel as well, just in case we get like an introductory welcome or anything. So yeah, forgive me if you hear lots of chatter in the background. I'm hearing it too. I might go quiet for a bit, but it's because we have to be in this Discord channel. So we'll be careful. Right, should we get out on track and do some driving? Ah. That's not great. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to drive with that screen. I have seen this once before when I was practicing, but not in this car. It's not great. Do we quit and rejoin, maybe? Don't know what's going on. We will try again. I'm racing the Ferrari 296 GT3/DTM, by the way, for this first race. And yeah, we're going to be quite a bit off of the esports pros, I'm sure of that, because these are some of the best DTM race room drivers on the planet, the best race room drivers, full stop. And they're competing for big money and big series and stuff, doing this regularly. But then, of course, those guys will be battling out in front for the win. I think there's been a bit of BOP as well to try and bring them back towards the rest of the pack. So my task today is just to try and do as well as I can amongst the class of non-esports pros that are playing race room. So that's the plan. But we'll have to see how it goes. That was your first stream, Motor World. That's cool. Glad to hear it. It's going to be a bit of a different one to usual, let's say, because it's going to be a kind of a more serious one because I'm actually doing a proper race, but then at the same time not because it's for fun, right? This whole event is just for fun. Okay, let's see if we have a black screen again. That's not so great. I'm going to need to try and work out what's going on there. So bear with me. I'm going to have to send a few messages here. Try and work this out.
Ah.
That is Gamer Muscle you can hear. I might just ask the guys in the chat. Has anyone else got a problem with the cockpit camera with a completely black windscreen and how to fix it?
Oh.
One, two. Sorry, I was just testing my mic on the Discord channel.
I thought it was due to Jeff's custom livery, but he did change his car now, so should be fixed. Unless,
Hello?
I don't know.
Hello.
Is it working now? Everyone can hear you. You're on a live stream.
It's fine.
Don't say anything rude.
Did you, James, fix your issue with the black windscreen?
Yeah, I closed my eyes whilst driving, and it's exactly the same.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, no, I did. I just picked a different car. Gone for the Audi. People were saying the Audi's fine to drive.
But you should be able to try again with the Porsche. It should work now because I left.
Oh,
Yeah.
was it you?
Now I suppose it's me. It has to be me. But there are others with custom liveries tonight, so it might still break and not be my fault this time.
Yeah, I got the idea that maybe it's some like ID thing on the livery, and then, like you said, if someone joins with it, then it messes it up.
I had it with the Ferrari, so I'm just gonna try the other livery and see if that fixes it.
I blame Jay.
I'm in a Ferrari. If nothing works, there is a fix that we found and worked earlier with Chris. It was to exit the game, go into My Documents, My Games, Simbin, RaceRoom, and then there you have portal downloads. And in that downloads folder, you have custom skins. And earlier, we had to wipe all the downloaded skins, and it started working again.
I think we're good, guys. So I've just changed livery, and that seems to have fixed it. So I'll just go in the other car. Easy.
I'm going to go back to the Porsche and try it out.
Yes. And then I can join the server again and ruin it again.
Well, I might as well delete the folder, actually. Where is it? In My Documents?
So it's in My Documents, My Games, Simbin, RaceRoom.
Well, they're too quick. I'm not... I'm not that fast. I'm not Neo in the Matrix.
Astrovor, yeah, I could just drive facing backwards, but that might be a bit tricky. Thankfully, though, this seems to have fixed it. So changing livery has done the job. I'll unmute the chat now as well. And Dave, yes, I'm going to be streaming for a couple of hours.
Right, RaceRoom Racing Experience. Is it user data?
I do believe Gamer Muscle streaming
user
as well,
data,
so
and then there should be
the person you can hear chatting to JF.
Folder.
No.
I'm good, thanks, Dave.
Player one, no. There's user data, car setups, control setups.
A bit like
log,
a rabbit
settings.
in headlights for this stream.
To go
and this
back
race,
one
I
level,
believe,
maybe
we'll
I
see
got
how
it
we
wrong.
go.
It's not inside user data.
Oh, portal downloads, yeah.
There we go.
It's fixed setups as well for tonight.
Go back
but
one level.
You can
It's
change
turned
some of the
into
electronics. So,
I'm woken up.
I have it. I have some good
custom-
information that I
custom
should try
skins.
Traction 5 ABS, and I'll bump
was
the
it
brake
that?
Yeah,
ABS and
delete
rearwards a bit as
everything
well.
you see there. Just
And we'll
wipe
get this over.
the
the
folder.
first qualifying session, guys, is at like, I think it's just after
And then
20
start the
past.
game again.
So in about
do it.
maybe just over 10
Assuming
minutes.
it's because
I'll
of
try and
that,
get up to
something
speed.
is corrupted there.
Again, just a reminder, I am live. Everyone can hear you.
Hello, this is JF.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, no, that's John. That's JF, guys, producer, and John Monroe, who you might know from Traction.
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 So we're on Gamer Muscle and we're on Traction, and
Wait.
we'll definitely have a bit of a battle.
Hello, Traction people. Remember to flag the Traction YouTube channel.
And
I don't know what
unsubscribe.
for.
Unsubscribe from Gamer Muscle so you can resubscribe.
Right, loading the game up again. There we go. Are you fast, John? I hope you're not.
No, I'm medium rare.
Yeah, that's probably quicker than me. Should be good on Vintage Hock with the 95 DTM. Should be really good for the drafting, hopefully.
Yeah, basically, there's going to be the esports race, which is going to be amazing, and then there's going to be a bit of a gap, and then there's going to be race 2.
Thought you meant within the same race. There would be a esport race in front, and then a bit of a gap.
Exactly.
us
Yeah.
behind.
Exactly.
They'll be, the
natural
cars won't
gap.
even be rendered. They'll be in the lowest LOD model in the distance. That's the advantage of being slow. High frame rates.
I am seeing someone
Right.
driving around in a safety car.
Right, I'm not going to mute
That was
this
weird.
chat, otherwise you'll hear me talking because I don't have a button bound.
I'm gonna mute as well because I have VR headset and it's gonna be noisy as hell.
Have fun, guys.
Yeah, good luck,
Have fun.
guys.
Right, I've also muted that Discord chat as well, so we can try and focus in here. That was weird, wasn't it? There was a safety car on track. I don't know what's going on there, if it was just a visual thing, or whether there was actually a safety car on track, but hey, it's all good. Track limits are going to be a big thing around here. I've done a few laps already today, just to try and get my eye in a little bit with RaceRoom. And as I say, I'm not going to be fast, but if I can be fast enough, that'll suit me. But there's a big learning curve, a lot of things to try and get to grips with, let's say. Yeah, multi-skill race class, exactly. Like, the thing is as well, like, I'm alright. I'm not bad at RaceRoom compared to the average Joe. I do alright. But when you're talking about the best of the best, like the elite level, it's just a completely different planet. Like, if you can be within like a second, it's that's a big challenge and takes a lot of commitment to just get that close to some of these drivers. Oh, that's track limits. Track limits is going to be a big thing here for sure. Let's try and get into the groove. So these are DTM cars, so modern DTM cars, which are GT3 spec, of course. Frame rate's not perfect. It was a little bit better earlier on, but hopefully that's just temporary. It's gonna be track limits, yep. Let's try and see if we can click a few things and improve that. Just go back to the pits for a second. Fuel-wise as well, I think it's going to be about 40 litres for the race, so that's fine. Go into our graphics settings. I think we actually have to leave to change any of that, so we're fine for now. Shadows are on ultra and everything else is on high. To be honest, it should be okay. Maybe I just wasn't honed in on the window, if that makes sense. Let's get the we'll shift this along a little bit so you can see the steering. I'll even turn down the graphics slightly if if we're struggling. But my slight concern with leaving is that issue I had with the with the black screen over the windscreen, which was just bizarre. I'm just seeing a comment from ABCDEFGH. I'm not sure what you mean. Is this for... what game are you talking about? 5 clean laps and still 1 star? I'm not quite sure, I'm afraid. Yeah, it's a bit choppy, so we'll try 1 lap and then I'll change the graphics settings, see if I can get some frames back, because it's just a little bit choppy at the moment, which is a shame. Never really had that with RaceRoom. But I'm guessing it's because I've got Zoom. I have to be in a Zoom call, I'm on a Discord channel, I'm streaming, I've got everything going on at once, so my PC's very, very busy. Just need to try and get a representative lap time in before we do anything else. Keep missing the apex for that corner, so we can definitely improve a lot there. I'm not sure, Kenny. I'm not sure. It's a small team, and it's been around for a long time. But yeah, it's popular. It's just not as popular as it's all relative, isn't it, for sim racing? But it's just, yeah, it's not as popular as a lot of other rivals. But it's a really solid platform, so I'm not 100% sure on that one. I'm sure that's something we could dive into in a longer form video at some point, to be honest. It's a really good, like, accessible... That's a curb. That's another invalid lap. It's a really good, like, accessible sim to kind of almost, I don't know, get started with, I guess. Like, it's a great first sim if you have a PC and you're trying to get into sim racing. It's a really, really good first sim. And the car and track content on it is fantastic. Like, some really rare, interesting cars and tracks that you just don't get on other sims. We've invalidated every lap so far. We've only done a 140.9, so we need to actually try and get a decent one in. Too wide through the first corner. Got to run in this Audi. I have no idea who's in the Audi. But we're through. Look at that. Nice and close. GT3s as well, something I really need to just try and get dialed in with. There's like a unique driving style to RaceRoom which I haven't mastered in terms of a, you know, decent level. I'm kind of, oh dear, that's that one gone. Right. Bit of clean room. There we go, bit more curb that time. First corner wasn't very good, but we gained a 10th in the second corner. Yeah, Group 5, DTM 92 is just amazing. DTM 95 is what we're doing later, and that's also epic. But DTM 92 is what I used to do when I was racing competitively on Esports, on RaceRoom many years ago. DTM 92 was the best. Just so many different areas to try and exploit the lap time around here. This corner, very tricky to get the car in. I didn't quite make it there, but no, invalid. I need to get my virtual mirror up as well. For some reason, I pressed the button that I've got toggled for, I've got assigned for toggling the mirror, but I've not got it there for some reason. I've got the little, actually saying that, I've got the little screen, don't I, on the car. So maybe that's what I need. And I need to just try and reconsign that button. That was a 40.1, but it was invalid. Let's have a look. We've only got a few minutes to qualifying here. Right, controls, key binding. Now I'm pretty sure I have mirror set to 9. Yeah, I do. So maybe we just don't have a mirror in this car. Yeah, it's not changing anything. Oh well. Yeah, I think RaceRoom's driving is different to those other sims, and I think it's probably, yeah, it's potentially less outright realistic. Of course, that's a completely subjective conversation always, but the way you have to drive on RaceRoom is, it almost feels the cars are a little bit simplified. Some cars are definitely better than others as well. That's very much true of this game. Managed to get into the low 39s earlier, 39.2, so that's what we should be doing, assuming the track's just scrippy at the moment, which I don't actually know. 39.2 is what we know we can do. Oh, every time. Need to get that curb. Ugh, so close with track limits that first corner. Maybe turning in a little bit early. I've not really done too much of the Group 5 poll on RaceRoom, to be fair. A lot more of the old DTM stuff. I need to get used to looking at the little screen as my mirror, rather than looking for like a virtual mirror at the top. Ooh. Ow. Anyway, I'm going to take out some fuel, prepare for qualifying, which I think is 10 minutes long, so probably just need like 20, yeah, 23 liters maybe. 21 litres. Depends if we come into the pits at any point. We'll try and find our feet a little bit. There are also, I've put links in the description as well for the live stream for this. So the DTM channel will have a live stream, so you can see the kind of more overall TV perspective. Just gonna unmute the Discord for a second, see if there's much chat going on. Doesn't sound like it at the moment. Oh hey, Gianmarco, how's it going? You were racing this series, right? Around Hockenheim like a week ago. I've got traction 5, ABS 5, 52.5 brake bias. Yeah, you need to slide the car, that's it. That is it. The first corner, there's definitely a bit of sliding needing done. I need to also use a bit more steering lock, I think, and just be a bit more aggressive than, you know, a bit more like I would normally be in the past with the sliding, rather than trying to keep it all smooth like I have to do in other titles. I don't know if the grip level's different right now. I don't think it is, but as I say, I did a 39.2 earlier, so that's where we can get to on a decent lap. So we'll see if we can pull out a mid 39 at least in qualifying. Which we're going to go straight into right now. Yeah, I think it's there or thereabouts. Not with the esports guys, of course. In that session, the fastest was a 38.8, so obviously I can go quicker than that, 40, but it looks like maybe the conditions, the grip wasn't there in that practice session. I didn't get a single clean lap in, which didn't help. But yeah, we'll just see where we are. We'll see where we are. Oh, 51 brake bias, cool. Obviously it's default setups as well, but with a few small adjustments that can be made. I'm not going to try going too aggressive with the brake bias. Oh, for qualifying, it's literally straight onto the circuit. That's good. Okay. Let's just treat this like as if it has the grip levels of earlier, and we'll see how we get on. That feels a little bit better already. Let's just see, though. Oh yeah, so I think maybe, I mean that still wasn't great, but I'm thinking maybe the grip level was a bit lower in that session. Hey Thierry, welcome. Good to see you again. It's the sliding through the slow corner that I haven't got. It's trying to, what I need to work out is how to actually get the car rotated in this game, because I think you need to kind of almost, that's probably brake bias, but a little bit more rearward probably. That corner's so tricky. Hey, look, we made the corner that time. It's also trying to get used to whether you trail... Oh, no. Lap's gone. Whether you trail brake in or kind of get the braking down in a straight line and then lift. It's those kind of things you need to watch out for. It is private qualifying, by the way, so don't have to worry about blocking anyone by spinning. That's a shame. That would have been good to get a lap just in the banks. We can then start looking to go faster, but we'll do it on the next one, I'm sure. Try again. Yeah, the Porsche's always got a bit more, oh dear, a bit more of the slides. I'll tell you what, we're going to pull back to the pits because we can actually just do this and then take out a bit more fuel. Not that the fuel makes a big difference on this game, to be fair. It's very easy to restart laps on RaceRoom. But I don't want to get into a routine of just restarting every lap because it's not going to be good. Just try and get a banker in. Which I've been saying so far the whole stream. I didn't quite get it. Yeah, need to be a bit better under braking there. Not great. You need to get over that curb for turn 2. Oh, nice Thierry. Yeah, it's now's a great time to try it because it's free to play the sim and all the content is free right now, just to try out. So. Yeah, there we go. Little bit of sliding. Run wide. So close to the limit in terms of track limits, but again we've gone over. Right, come on. It's another one. Another one bites the dust. Brake a little earlier for this corner. Nah, didn't need to be much tighter on the exit. That was rubbish. So what you really need to, and that's going to be a wide. Yeah, we'll restart the lap. You really need to get it slowed down for that right-hander and get it right turned over the curb and basically get it like a point and squirt type thing. Get it rotated, and then you can really charge down out of that corner. Which is not what I did there. Ah, sorry, Thierry, you PS4 rather than PC. That's slow, that's invalid. Right, at what point am I just going to have to say, right, stop going for a decent lap and start just trying to get a lap? That first corner, the track limits are really, really harsh though. Nice, that'll do. Better, not perfect, but much better. Oh, and then too much oversteer on the exit. Just over that curb, but we're basically, we're 1/100th off pole in the first sector. Slightly more rotation through the hairpin, not perfect by any means, but better. I need to get a banker in, that's bad, but it's okay. Oh, not good through last sector, but we're finally going to get, let's say, a semi-representative lap time in. Definitely room for improvement. We're up into the top 10 with that, so that's at least a banker in now. 2 minutes 30 to go. Restart that lap. Right, final attempt pretty much, but we've at least got our banker in now, so we're up into P9, so we'll need to see how we compare to the non-esports guys. We are ahead of some of them though, by the looks of it. I know there's a bit of balance of performance going on. Oh no! I'm pushing now because I've done my 39.3, which is a pretty representative time. So I've got 10 seconds to get to the line to get another lap in. Because in RaceRoom you can't finish the lap you've started. You need to cross the line before 0. So this absolutely is it now. 41, 40. Oh, I'm not even going to get this lap in, unfortunately. Oh well, we'll give it a go. So that's my final qualifying lap has been completed now. So this is just for fun. Yeah, better to avoid that green AstroTurf on that left-hander, and you can see the delta. So actually, if you look at my steering wheel, or the dashboard, sorry, in the car, you've got the delta on the left, so it's minus 0.00. That's now minus 0.01. It switches. That is my live delta to my fastest lap, so you can see how much better that previous exit was. But yeah, that one wasn't so good. I didn't get the slide on that I needed for RaceRoom, so... As I say, this lap's irrelevant anyway, we're just going to complete it. Try and get back in the zone. Too fast. Oh, had to lift out of it. Still gained on our best though, so that's definitely a corner we could have gone better. Too early on the brakes into the left-hander. Try to get the car sliding. Yeah, we lost a bit, gained a bit. Pretty similar lap time, as you see. We didn't quite make it to the end, but hey, we qualified 11th. So it's pretty good. I think there's a few non-esports drivers in that mix as well. James was a 40.0, so that's a good target. Ortner as well, 39.5. Tim Heinemann got us in the end though. Right, we're straight into the race here. So, we're going to put the fuel in. We're going to do 44 litres, enough to make sure we get to the end. Wish me luck. Right in the middle of the pack, basically, for this one, which is cool. We're doing a like a full formation lap, but a manual one, so we're actually doing a proper start. Right, see how this goes. Only a 20-minute race, so it's short and sharp. So let's not get ourselves a jump start, because as I say, the game itself is doing like a proper standing start, but we're doing a formation lap. Oh, and there's a few people. Surprisingly, a few people didn't realize. I'm unmuting the Discord, by the way. And there's a few people that thought we were just going for the race there. Get past James, because I think we started ahead of him. Back to P11. There we go. Right, we're in roughly where we should be starting at least. That was the most inevitable situation, wasn't it? So if we're doing what the game is, obviously simulating a standing start, but we know we're doing a formation lap, but it's all been doing manually. The problem is if someone misses that message, yeah, that happens. So hopefully there's not too big damage, but there's a couple of cars that got involved in a big hit there. Are the wheel degrees matching the car setup? I think so. Looks like it. It's pretty good. I've got mine set to like match in RaceRoom, so my profiler's set to like 1080 degrees, but this car is I believe is like 540 degrees of rotation or something. Don't know if there's any benefit to warming the tires in RaceRoom. So we're waiting for a chat message to know when to go here. I have unmuted the Discord, so if there starts being a bit of chatter, you'll know why. See the safety car out in front as well. So someone's manually driving the safety car, I think, but we don't go until we get the message to go, basically. Green, green. Right, we're going. If I drop frames, I've got a track limits warning. Just trying to avoid the incidents, but we'll go down the outside for this second corner. Right, perfect. We've actually gained a spot. Don't know how many track limits warnings I'll get before a penalty, so I've got to be careful of that. Oh, I cannot get the car rotated at all. Been done outside and inside into the hairpin because I went in really cautiously to try and avoid incidents. And a car flying down the inside just to make sure I got braked in time. But the problem was, because of the speed I was carrying, the car didn't rotate. When you're in a hot lap, the car rotates. But if you go in too slow, the steering lock's not enough. You need the momentum, you need the weight shift. So I just couldn't get the car turned compared to everyone else around me. Oh well. Definitely need to turn the graphics down for the next race as well, just to be safe, because I'm getting a few stutters. That's me got 3 track limits. I'm not gaining an advantage from any of them, but gonna have to be pretty careful about that. Four. Right, good exit, come on. Battling against Ortner and the other Ferrari. We got through last time into the hairpin. See, I'm fully locked now. Oh, see, I can't get it turned. If you go down the inside and you're fully locked, it's just not enough steering angle. Now I'm going to get done on the inside and the exit. But we've got it. Managed to hold it around the outside and cover off. Very tricky to navigate that, actually, in terms of the hairpin. And I wish I knew how many track limit warnings I could get without getting penalised. It would be that's something that's definitely going to catch me out, because I don't really know how many I've got. So, and obviously I was pushing a bit too hard on those early laps and just trying to stay out of trouble, but also, you know, cutting the circuit basically. We're running wide at least. The track limits are so strict in this game. Oh, there's another one. See? Oh, yellow flag. Someone's in the middle of the road. Oh. I think Yarsha was down the inside there, and I didn't spot him because I was trying to avoid all the parked cars in the middle of the road. Oh. That's position, I think, not track limits, though. Cannot get it turned. Hey, Ton. Welcome to the stream. I just need to, like, find some rhythm and just learn how to actually race these cars and just get comfortable and settle down, which has not happened yet. Obviously, Yarsel's an esports driver, so he'll be very quick coming through. Must have been faced the wrong way in the first lap. So we'll see how he picks his way through the rest, but I'm just going to try and catch the rest now and not lose more positions if I can avoid it. Bit wide. Right, I've got a bit of a gap now, so try and settle down a little bit. No one immediately behind me or in front of me. Is it going well? I don't know. I don't know. Hard to tell. I don't know who the esports drivers are, all of them, and who the non-esports drivers are. So I really don't know how I'm doing in what I'm going to call my class. But the race has been okay, bit scrappy. I'm feeling quite rusty in this race, let's say, in terms of how to feel comfortable in a battle with these cars. Pace in qualifying and on a clean lap is okay if I'm a bit inconsistent, but pace is not so bad. It's more just the actual knowing what the car can do in a battle and being able to trust it. And you know, so I've just been like practicing for this by doing laps on my own. So I've not actually driven with other cars around me, and that's a challenge when you're trying to make overtakes down the inside of the hairpin, for instance. That's not so bad. We're back to 7/10 behind Ortner. Finally a valid lap, I think. Or actually, no, it wasn't, because I went wide in turn 1, as I've done again. Sensing a theme going, coming here. Ooh, Ortner's run wide. Can't quite do the switchback. Tried to do, I wanted to be on the outside of the hairpin, not the inside, so I tried to cut back around, but yeah, couldn't get it done on that occasion. Nope, that's going to be a track limit. Again. Half second back. How long we got? 9 minutes to go. Thanks, Thierry. 1.2 seconds on the Audi behind. It's just about using the throttle really to get the car turned. I feel like I'm slightly quicker though than Ortner. Ooh, that was a bit deep. But we'll get it stopped okay. Ooh, big curb hit. Sliding it in. The car's kind of juddering a little bit in front of me. Don't know if you can see that. A little bit of juddering going on, so it's not super smooth. It's bad for me. Can we actually do a valid lap? That's the question. Can we get an overtake done? Let's try it. Kita's right with us. I knew there was going to be a contact there if I pushed him or just tried to squeeze him out wide. He was going to turn in, so I just let him have that one a little bit. Oh, so tricky to get the power down out of there. Fighting the car all the way. They're battling up ahead now. Bit of contact, bit of rubbing. This could get interesting. Three Ferraris in this scrap. So Ortner's going to try on Kita down the inside. We'll take our normal braking point on the outside. Oh, I just cannot get it turned. So rotation limited. Ortner got the move done though, so fair play. So they've swapped places again. I feel like pace is not the issue here. Oh, it's just my racecraft. Sliding all the way through that last corner. You just use the throttle to get that car, or to keep the car towards the inside. Dropped a little bit. Hopefully he goes for a move again. I think he will, so that'll bring me back in, but actually falling slightly behind. He's gapping the cars behind. So it's the cars in front we're looking at right now, really. Safety cars left the game. Oh, there's the move, attempted move. We're gonna try the outside move. No, he's still there. Can't turn in. Try the outside again. Nope, no chance. Three minutes to go. Just a couple laps now. So Keita's got to catch Ortner again. 7/10 between them. Yeah, that was good. There was maybe a little bit of contact. I'm not sure. That was good defending though from Keita. Really kept the car alongside me, left me room, but then obviously had the inside line through the right-hander. So it was always going to happen that way. Hairpin definitely where I'm struggling the most. I feel like I need to get back into qualifying mode and just attack it like I did for qualifying. Bit wide. Seems like we're not getting actually penalised for the track limits, which is interesting. Which is probably a good thing. If it had a warning limit, I would have driven differently, but doesn't look like it. What I mean by that is I wouldn't have driven differently. What I mean was after the first penalty, I would have gone, and if it told me a warning limit, I would have then adjusted accordingly, let's say. Funny if it was one more. It's funny if I actually got a penalty. But I don't think I've got the pace here for 11th. I had it earlier. I felt like I had the pace with the two of them, at least Ortner. But don't have it at the end of this race. Got 4 seconds to P14, so this is really, as long as I don't spin. Get it turned. Yeah, there may be action. You're not wrong. I've not given up hope, Tom. Don't worry. I've given up hope with nothing going wrong, but assuming they come together or there's more moves, then I've got a chance. I think this will be the last lap. 28 seconds. Well, maybe not. Depends where the leaders are, really. Hopefully there's one more. No, invalid. Oh, that would have been the best lap. Oh well. I think I've done about 2 valid laps this race. Oh, Ortner, a slight mistake. That's not what we need. I need them to not make mistakes, to then battle, and then make mistakes when they're battling. That's what I need. Right, final lap. Oh, all wrong through T1 again. What a shame. Getting a low fuel warning, but I've got 9 litres, so we're okay. There's still a battle up ahead, potentially. There is still a chance. Oh, come on. Oh, it's tantalising. Wonder how many risks they'll take here. That's it. Race over. Final corners for me. Not quite doing it, but had a lot of fun chasing those two. Fun playing with them earlier. Just wish I had a bit more confidence going into that race. So we've got another race, DTM 1995, which is going to be exciting. I'm looking forward to hauling the Mercedes around. I'll take down the graphics because I was struggling a little bit with some performance there. Just didn't feel 100%. Not a big issue.
That was a good race, Luca.
I enjoyed watching you two there.
Yeah. John also very close in the beginning.
That's Ortner speaking just now, by the way, for you guys watching my stream. I just could not get the thing rotated whatsoever in the hairpin.
For no particular reason, is the next race a standing start or a rolling start?
Rolling start, same procedure.
Oh.
Yeah, James did not read the notes.
It's good to know that before the race begins, you know.
Yeah, that's why they wrote it in the channel.
I didn't see it.
I knew you were gonna miss it.
I don't think we hit anyone. I think someone drove into us, but I hopefully didn't ruin anyone's race.
It looks like we got it sorted out before the start.
Someone
Nice.
definitely got hit, but I don't know who. I think it was maybe you, James. Someone got hit.
Yeah,
hard.
I got hit, but as long as I didn't ruin anyone's race, that's okay. Yeah. So we're doing a rolling start in the next one.
Yes. It was
Look at
quite
the
chaotic
fastest
from
laps
behind
here.
because I had the
So
Audi
Krippner
that
did not
kept
get a
hitting
valid
me in
lap
the
in.
back
Happened.
during the rolling start.
And these guys
like
were in the 40s,
gentle
so
touches, like
looks
poof,
like I
poof,
wasn't the
poof.
only one who didn't get a clean lap. in
That
at
wasn't
the end.
me, that's all right.
Oh,
I saw you got murdered by C. Jones. That's not my fault, again, innocent.
yeah, I got murdered.
Race two.
Both Audis teamed up. It felt like.
Yeah.
We're gonna go the.
Well, that's the problem with that.
I'm gonna mute for a second. We're gonna go for the Dario Franchitti silver Mercedes C-Class because I drive a silver Mercedes C-Class, and Dario Franchitti is one of my all-time heroes. Let's say. So, we're gonna go for the Franchitti 95 Merc. If I can remember the password. So this is going to be fun. So we're doing full Hockenheim, the historic layout through the forest, and it's going to be just absolutely epic. So we'll see how we get on. Cheers, Tom. Yeah, that was enjoyable. That was very enjoyable. I definitely feel like I could have made more of the race early on, and I was a bit like a rabbit in headlights, I would say, being a bit tentative, not wanting to crash into anyone. And when I got to the hairpin, I was just really, really struggling to get it turned. So there's a bit of RaceRoom racing technique to learn, and that's not going to change overnight. But hey, I've got one race under my belt now, so we'll see how this next one goes. I forgot to change the graphics settings, so I might have to quit here.
Must be.
I am indeed starting to regret my choices in life.
Qualifying's underway, but we're just going to change the graphic settings down a little bit. We don't need shadows in Ultra. These things might make a big difference to how it looks, but it's just not needed right now. I'd rather have... We'll leave everything else. I'd just rather have the... As long as, like, I can still see my marks and everything, then we're good. Right, we'll have to join again. We missed the start of quali, but hopefully it gives us a slightly cleaner run. Back in the Franchitti Merc. Oh, hang on. It won't let us join because we're in the middle of switching sessions. There we go. I don't know if there'll be a little bit of a breather here before the next one. We shall see. But yeah, good to see you in the stream, Thierry. Hey, Ton. How are you guys getting on this evening? Hope you're doing well. We've got Souza, or Souza, I should say. Gianmarco, you're going to have to give me, if you're still here, you're going to have to give me a lesson on how to actually, how to race on RaceRoom properly. I mean, you can give me a lesson on all the sims, I don't mind. Unfortunately, I would need to watch the stream back later to actually be able to tell how we did versus the other non-esports drivers. But obviously we're all in the same grid and same class, so I will go and investigate that later on, but I think there was definitely more to be had. I feel like I had unfinished business in that race. It wasn't terrible, but there was definitely more to be had. We're straight into qualifying for this one, so let's just bump down the fuel and give it a go. Yeah, so this is a private session, Ton. So this is a special event streamed on the DTM YouTube channel. So this is a private event. You need the password to get in, and yeah, that's how I'm racing in this today. So a little bit different. Not LFM this time. Right, this is going to be an interesting one. It's a 2-minute lap here. 10 minutes of qualifying. Looks like looks like this one you actually go to the pits if you restart. So that's different to the last one. So we can't just restart our lap by escaping. We actually have to set a decent out lap and be careful. So I should have put more fuel in the car, but I didn't realise that was going to be the case. It was different from the last race. So let's just hope I've got enough fuel to get a few decent laps in. So we are at Hockenheim again, but this time it's the basically the 1990s layout of Hockenheim, the old layout of Hockenheim, so Hockenheim Classic, in the 95 DTM car. So this is the proper Hockenheim as I know it. It's what it used to be when I was growing up. I mean, I was very young when they raced around this track, but I do remember it. So you'll see that if you don't know the circuit, you're in for a treat, Thierry. I don't know, do you know the circuit, Thierry? Because it is awesome. It's just lots of fast straights and slow chicanes, but it's just beautiful. And then obviously this is the stadium section that you would have just seen from the last race, but it is different because it's the old stadium section, so a lot less runoff area, less gravel, more just grass right next to the circuit, and as you can see here, a slightly different profile of corner. Very subtly different. And then the exit here is different as well. You've got less room to work with. Right. Banker lap in this time. Let's try and focus in, not get track limits. I'll do my best. Different first corner as well. Look at this. So in 2 gears. As you can see, it's not a private session, so we're all out on circuit together. Screaming V6s, and then heavy braking. I've just realised I haven't changed my my traction control and ABS and stuff, so let's do that now. So traction control I want at 6, absolutely none of it. ABS I'm going to run at 5. Brake bias I'm actually going to put all the way back to 50-50. Actually go 51-49. A little bit more stability. Oh, too wide. Lost a lot of time there. Yeah, it's an awesome combo. I've only got 12 litres of fuel, so I don't know how many laps it's going to get me. They changed the rules for qualifying, unfortunately, between the sessions, so I thought we'd be able to just escape out and restart the laps, but that's not the case, so if I'd known that, I would have taken a bit more fuel, but it is what it is, and it's fine. Just means we have to concentrate and get our lap in before we run out. Only 6 people with valid laps so far. Ooh, not good through there. Doesn't have the grip of these modern DTM cars, doesn't have the downforce of the GT3s. It does, I mean, these cars are amazing technologically, but it's still a 90s car with 90s tyres, so they probably do have the downforce, to be fair, and there's just other things that are missing. They're probably a lot heavier. So easy to run wide in that first corner and validate the whole lap, so we're going to take it a little bit easily. But we're P5 at the moment. I know I've got a 209 in me in this car and track. A low 209 is possible, but I'm not going to do it, I think, in this short session. Purple in Sector 1. Just so much of it's flat out. Oh no! No! Too much oversteer. We've got no traction control, but we've lost a good 3/10 or so there anyway. Oh, I did know about the rolling start. Yeah, there was notes in the briefing channel beforehand, but it was it would be easy to miss, let's say. I did say during the stream there, I did call it that someone was probably going to not realise. No, same again. This is a good lap as well, but I'm going to ruin it at the end here. We've got so much more potential. Again, sliding the car through the last two corners. Sort of combined drift. It's going to be better, but come on, there's more in it. Is 6 litres enough? I'm sure it will be. Up into P4. Three and a bit minutes to go, so this is basically it. This is the last lap, because I'd have to do a full out lap to get another lap in, so this is all I've got. And I'm currently 2/10 off after one corner, 2.5 tenths off my best, so terrible first corner. We're only 3/10 off pole here, so this is a big improvement. But I'm going to have to really go some at the end of this lap, make it a lot cleaner. And that's it, invalid. So that's going to be it. Unfortunately, we're not going to get around in time, unless I absolutely cut all the chicanes, which might be doable. But I'm going to run out of fuel anyway, so it's kind of pointless, unfortunately. Let's just see, just in case it changed midway through the session. I highly doubt it. It is a pit stop. Yeah, it's a pit lane start. So yeah, there was no... I mean, I could have kept going there, but I would have run out of fuel in the next lap anyway, so might as well just pull it into the pits and do another full lap. So we're actually... I mean, 2:10.1 is not horrendous. I definitely had faster in me, of course. Let these guys in the fast laps go. Give them a bit of a slipstream. So you want to get over this curb, but not as much as I did in the quali lap there. Over that curb on the left, but you can't touch the green track limits. Use all that curb on the exit. The next one is the tricky one. So you're braking, and then you have to get, again, 2 wheels over the curb and on the power to settle the car. You can't touch the green Astra on the inside, even though it looks like you can. Now, having said that, there didn't seem to be any track limits in that last race, or any penalties coming through, so maybe you can take a few liberties with track limits in the race, but I don't want to be that person that's deliberately doing it. I'm not going to do it deliberately, but what I'm saying is I think it's not the end of the world if we accidentally run over. And I mean, I wasn't gaining a huge amount. It's just really, really tight around these tracks. We're P5. Someone's gone in front of us. There will be a few more laps coming in. I think we'll drop a lot further, but happy to have done a P5 with just basically 2 laps, essentially. A P6 now. Right, we'll get the first few corners at least. And we're faster than our fastest through the first corner, so that's good practice. You guys can't quite see in the bottom left. There's a little, I'll briefly show you. You probably won't be able to see it, but on the dashboard there where it says 6th gear on the left, there's just a little in the bottom right time indicator. So right now I'm 600s up on my fastest. I can just about see it, but you probably can't. That's what you want to do through there. A bit less aggressive on the throttle, so I was almost 2/10 up, but I've lost it on the exit. I think we would have gone purple to the first sector. Oh well, P7. That is an improvement. Hey, we're happy about that. Now, I've got Tim Heinemann behind me again. We've got Ortner down in 14th this time, so a bit of work to do. Vera on pole, 2094 with no BOP as well. Impressive stuff. Right, fuel. Let's add fuel.
Good job, Vera, beating all the bends. Not bad in the Alpha.
I think we need... Would you say 56 litres of fuel is about right, or...?
I've got 66 to be sure. Worth 16 laps.
Is it 16 laps?
Well, the race is 32 minutes, right?
Oh, I thought it was
minus
20.
the formation.
Sorry, I thought it was 25 minutes.
Yeah, minus the formation lap, it's probably just under the minutes, probably.
We'll take the fuel to be safe. That's, we've got 10 seconds. Yeah, okay, so the race is 32 minutes. I thought it was going to be 25 minutes, but that makes sense because we did the manual formation lap. So it's actually a longer race than I thought. So I've taken more fuel. Hopefully there's enough. I've just copied what GF's gone for. So once again, it's a rolling start. So we'll slot into position, then we'll take we go double file towards the end of the lap. And we've got a manual safety car. Right, so we're going to go lowest on traction. We're going to go 5 ABS. We've got our brake bias, 51.49, which felt pretty good in qualifying. So, hopefully we get a better result in this one. P13 is what we're trying to beat, because that was our result in the first race. Obviously, we've qualified better. But, I mean, this is the first time racing this circuit. And we're up against some very good drivers. I mean, looking behind me, and I've got Cravey and Heinemann, P8 and P9, so, Yeah, this is a good way of doing it. You're right. The issue is obviously everyone needs to know. So obviously in a private event like this, as long as you communicate, which they did, then whoever's read it at least knows that it's a we're doing a rolling start, like a kind of manual rolling start. And it works really, really well. And you've just got the server saying green, green, green when to go. So as long as everyone's playing nicely, and obviously you can do it because it's a fun event, right? It's a invitational. It's not for any. There's no stakes to this event. So I think it works really well for this. Also means formation lap can be a bit faster. I'm glad I checked on the fuel because I was going to take less fuel because I'd done the calculations, but because I was told it was a 25-minute race. They've set the server to 32 minutes and we're doing a very, very fast formation lap. So I'm really glad that I asked, because then I've just copied JF, which felt like a lot of fuel, but now I'm looking at it. We've got 20. We're going to have 29 minutes to go with this race when we get started. I'm going to need those extra laps of fuel, so hopefully this is enough. So we're behind the other silver D2 Mercedes. So that's where we're going to be starting. Should be alongside or slightly ahead of the blue one, and just behind the silver and the yellow ones. Lots of Mercedes in this field by the looks of it. Lots of people chosen Mercedes rather than the four-wheel drive Alpha or Calibra. I think there's an Alpha at the front though, which is good to see. Right, wish me luck. Almost half hour of DTM 95. It's going to be cool. Wait for the green. There we go. Oh, this is going to be sketchy. Touch the gravel in the exit of the first corner, which is not perfect. Look at the speed we don't have. Come on. Heinemann's through very easily. Then first braking zone, everyone's going to brake early. Oh, I've been hit up the rear. Very glad I held on to that. We got rear-ended on the braking zone and I was almost going into the back of other people. A few people maybe missed the chicane, so we did lose out a position there, sadly. But hey, I'm glad to have survived that. Let's just put it that way. We'll go for a move here. Outside, maybe. Good exit. Slipstream. Try and get back into the top 8. I can brake at my quality place almost, I would say. Looks like the guy inside me did brake late as well, but we're still there. Bit of contact. Fair play. I tried to brake nice and late. Didn't want to go too much later, and the Han on the inside also broke nice and late, and I then, you know, couldn't turn in because he was on the inside. So yeah, nice move. You can't really make a move into this corner, so I'm not expecting a lunge. Lots of people running wide though. I did expect that. Such a tricky section of circuit in these cars. Looks like I've got better frames this time, although still an annoying stutter with the cars in front, but the frame rate's definitely better for me at least, so that's nice. Feel more comfortable racing like this. Feels a bit more like when I was practicing earlier. Oh, massive slide over the curb. Really had to catch that one. We're going to try the outside again on Han. He's blocking the inside understandably, but we've got a slipstream on the outside, so let's go late on the brakes. I think Han's later. Oh, wow. Okay. Han really desperate to hold on there, but couldn't do it. And now we've got a good exit. So we're suddenly from P9 and looking at P10 to in a battle for P7 here, but unfortunately Krippner's got the inside and the slipstream. I should have blocked that one earlier, but I didn't. We'll let Krippner go for the move, and then I'll try and take it later. So hard to spot your braking points when you're firing down to these corners behind another car, because I'm basically terrified of like missing it, because it's a small point in the distance, and if you just miss your braking point, you could obviously wipe out someone. We've seen it happen a few times already, or close to happening at least, so I'm being a bit tentative, let's say. There's the move. Oh. No, that's not good for me at all. Bad exit. If I'd have, there's Ortner behind me again. If I'd have just been less stupid there and not missed my points, I would have been through, I think. Got the move done. We're going to cover the inside. Back up to P8. Oh, lock up. No, that's grass, John. What are you doing? That's going to be the position gone. Maybe 2. Pushing so hard. Ortner's going to come through here, but he's going to back off. Take the slipstream instead. Fair play. few strange floating things happening. I've just seen your good luck message, Turs. That's how encapsulated I am in this race. So apologies, but thank you. I reckon we can do this. We're in a good battle for P7 here. I think we've got the pace in the blue one. On Cravey. It's just about being smart with our car placement and getting the good exits, which there again, see, it's because you can't see. I know that I can take the curb and it's okay, but it's invalidated the lap, unfortunately. But we're gonna have a big old slipstream. Look at the difference. Go to the outside. Nowhere to go with the exit though. That's the problem. You can have such a good run and go the outside for a switchback, but there's literally nowhere to go with the switchback, and you can't see. Right, inside this time. I don't think Cravey's got good straight line speed. Done. Right, focus on the exit. Not a good exit, but hopefully it's enough. Hold the inside again. So you can just, there's no real way to overtake into these corners unless you have the inside line. So if I could just cover the inside, yes, I lost a bit of time and a slipstream to the car in front, but I knew that you couldn't overtake. So now just need to try and break away. Definitely got less grip than practice and qualifying, I'd say. That's also making it difficult. Krippner's off in front. That's going to help us. We've got 3/4 tenths from Cravey, who's struggling a little bit with straight line. Krippner got a terrible exit, and it's lost him a good half second, so we're going to slowly edge our way back in. Hey, Sarah. I'm very well. How are you getting on? Sorry, very distracted in this race for understandable reasons. But yeah, hope you're good. Welcome to the stream. Now I can actually pick my lines because I've got some clean track. We're not going to catch Heinemann in P6. He's up the road, 3 seconds. So it's really us versus Krippner for P7, and Cravey's still in it. So it's a 3-way battle, essentially. We're really back in the slipstream now. Now, I think Krippner, as one of the pro esports drivers, has BOP, so there's a bit of ballast on the car, which is why I had such a good run with the slipstream. And he's got a run with the slipstream, but it's not quite as strong as I had on him. So we'll just cover the inside. And then cover the inside again. Make the apex, and then we're safe. There you go. Back into P7. I think that's where we started. Right, I don't think it's going to be easy to break away because of the slipstream and because it's me and I have mistakes in me, but I'll do my best. Hopefully the two of them get into a scrap, and I'll try and close in 3 seconds on Heinemann. That was much better through turn 1. Let's try and get I was going to say get a valid lap, but yeah, we'll see if this one becomes valid. Hopefully, if I can just stay ahead of Krippner going into the braking zone, I can attack it normally. Krippner's obviously going to be very fast around the corners as well, just losing a little bit with that weight on the straight probably, so I just need to try and keep the gap as much as I can. No point trying to break the toe here because he'll just follow me and we'll both just lose time. Oh, that was so close to the line. I lost. You see the rear step out of me there because I touched the line. I almost went on fully on the grass there. We're actually slowly closing in on Heinemann as well, but Krippner's coming with us, so that's fine. We're pulling him along. Cravy's just dropped back, so it's me and Krippner now pulling ourselves along, so maybe he'll stay behind me and just use the slipstream of the lighter car. .4 seconds to Heinemann. That's what we're looking at. Let the car really rev out. We're not really closing Heinemann on the straight though. Look, it's still 2.4 all the way down the straight, so we don't really have the straight line speed advantage too much at all. Oh, I really thought I was going to keep that lap valid, and I've just gone onto the Astro there. There's a huge battle happening for like P3 up the road. You can see there's lots of cars in the distance. Krippner's still 4/10 behind, so I've still got to think about that. But oh, it's so tantalising. 4.5 seconds up the road, an amazing battle. I just want to be part of it. No, that's bad, John. That's really bad. Look at the run Krippner's going to have. Oh. This is the Merc. Yes, it is Sandalo Gaming. We're going to let him get it. Oh, is he going to push me along? Oh, he's going to push me along. What a legend. Okay, so Krippner knows that if he follows me in the slipstream, we can try and catch Heinemann. I thought he was going to send it there, but he's just pushing me instead. I love it. I've got a bit of a tyre wear on the left rear as well. 2.1 to Heinemann over the line, 15 minutes to go. Yeah, it's such an awesome circuit, isn't it? I mean, this is incredible. It's so sad that it's gone. I understand it. The speeds were so high, and if you have an accident, I mean, in the wet as well, with all the trees, think about how bad it is from Eau Rouge to up the Kemmel Straight, and then think about how bad it must be in the wet here for safety, you know? It's also where Peroni had his accident where he was destroyed his legs, basically, ended his F1 career when he was leading the championship in the Ferrari, and that was in the wet here because he didn't see a stationary car. 1.8 to Heinemann, come on. I still think Krippner's going to push me. Thank you. What a legend. .7. Of course, Heinemann's one of these drivers that... Oh, no! Oh, no. Sorry. Oh, sorry. I was enjoying the push there. Heinemann's one of those drivers that's both an esports pro. That's how he made his, that's how he made his mark originally. He was an esports driver. Then he got into, he started racing in real life through the DTM support ladder. So Heinemann's one of these drivers that kind of fits both categories. He's a DTM driver, and he's also an incredibly talented esports driver as well. On RaceRoom as well, he made his name. So, yeah, perfect for this sort of event. A DTM RaceRoom event. That was totally me. Just I've got yellow rear tires. I've got. I might turn the traction control up actually by 1. Okay, I accidentally turned it up by too much there. So we'll go traction control 5. You can't see it when that overlays there. That's why. Yeah, it was a good save. It was a good save, but obviously, not a mistake I wanted to make. I was so keen to catch Tim there, and Krippner was helping me along as well, which is gutting. But it is what it is. I've got traction up now to hopefully help the rears, and I'll see if I can catch Kipner, and we'll see if he can catch Tim. We've got 9/10, and Heinemann's now 3.5, so he's got 2.5 seconds to catch, but he really needs my slipstream. Got 2 seconds to Creevy in 9th. Oh, it's Krippner's time to make the mistake this time. Maybe it's better if I push him along, because I'll have the straight line speed, and he'll have the cornering ability, and maybe the tyres and the experience, definitely, the recency experience. So if I can push him along, we can both catch Heinemann that way. Oh, he's made a mistake though. Oh well, I didn't want that, but here we are. Oh no. Hate when that happens in the last sector, because you invalidate the next lap as well, even though it makes no difference. That's how much the gravel slows you down. That's what happened earlier with Krippner, and it's happened there with me. Oh dear. It's all gone. The battle for P6 is gone. We're 5 seconds behind now. And I've got to watch out for Creevy, who's only 1.1 behind. But yeah, that was just me taking too many liberties in turn 1. Not really managing the tyre wear properly, let's be honest. It's me getting a bit too excited, maybe. And pushing a bit too hard on these old DTM cars and sliding around, rather than being sensible. Ah well. Ah well. I'd still take a top 8 if I can get one. I think because with Krippner's lack of pace as well, unless he's in the slipstream, I'd rather push him along, stay away from Creevy, and then try and catch, if that makes sense. Basically, I'm going to save my move till later in the race, is what I'm trying to say, rather than just swapping over and over again. Oh, no! Sorry. Oh, I need to get on and apologise for that. Sorry about that. Oh, flustered, flustered. I thought I was braking early for that corner, but Krippner was braking a bit earlier than me. I've just got no tyres left. I was so ready to start pushing him along the straight there, and I've just thrown it all away. Thankfully, none of us really lost out, other than just lap time. Brings Cravey back into the slipstream almost. Who's recovering brilliantly, has to be said. Hey Thierry. You've missed me and Krippner each making mistakes, taking turns to make mistakes, and unfortunately we were catching Heinemann, who's now actually ahead of Turka Hakkinen, so we could have been catching the battle for P5, but instead we're still battling for P7. Not really looking after managing the car very well with the worn tyres. I'm still driving it like it's qualifying, I think. Yeah, it's definitely a three-way scrap for P7. I just need to get back into the slipstream to catch back up, really. .297 from Yarshall, fastest lap of the race. So that's around about where our quali pace was. We've finally done a valid lap, so 210, but our tyres are worn. So it's 209 is very impressive at this point in the race, let's say, with the tyres and everything. Yeah, it was good fun, Thierry. It was good fun. We weren't really trying to pass each other. Earlier on we were. When there was three of us, we had a great battle. But actually, when I was trying to catch Heinemann, Krippner was just about keeping up with me, and then he was pushing me along the straights. He was bump drafting me so we could both catch, which was awesome, and I really appreciated it. But then I made the mistake, and he got past me through my mistake, and then he made a mistake instead. So, and then eventually, we both kept making mistakes and letting each other go through. I made two, he made one, and then I almost went into the. Well, I did go into the back of him slightly a few laps ago when I was going to push him. So unfortunately, we've now lost the slipstream. I've had a couple of clean, valid laps now, at least, which is nice. Not really gaining much for going off, but it's just they're really, really tight on the track limits. No consequences, of course. .1 seconds, just out of slipstream from Krippner, sorry. We're trying to here, yeah. I mean, it's going to be a better result in the first race if I can keep it all together. Tyres are really shot, as you can see in the bottom right. So I've got a lot less grip now, unfortunately. That was better for the last two corners. We're just so tantalizingly close to a slipstream. 1.1 seconds. It's just not enough. And Creevy's dropped back again, so now that we've tidied up our act a bit. 4 minutes to go though, so it's only a couple of laps. I've now got flashing orange rears, which is not a good sign. So we're going to have really limited traction on corner exits. I'm going to have to be careful. Of course, everyone's in the same boat. Everyone's on the same tyres. Just depends on how worn they are, really. How awesome is it, though? I mean, for me, to be able to do like a race like this in these cars, like a proper DTM 95 race at an old track, but actually have it against some of the best drivers in RaceRoom to really see how, you know, how quick the pace is and like properly challenge yourself in these cars. Because obviously it's very easy to just jump in these cars and, you know, do a quick race against the AI, turn it to adaptive and just, you know, have fun, but you don't really know how fast you are. You're kind of just throwing them around, having fun, and it doesn't really matter. But when you actually get into the crux of a race with them and really, really try and push the lap time out of them, that's when you learn what the car's actually like. And that is something I am thoroughly enjoying, because it's the first time I've really been, you know, properly pushed to my limits in these cars, where I'm trying to eke every single 10th out, keep it within track limits, and slide it around, and boy, it's awesome. Find yourself a league, find yourself a ranked race against fast drivers, and yeah, sim racing is taken to another level. We're just closing slowly on Crip now, but it's touch and go. He's sliding it around as well. That's 3 faster laps in a row for me. That's now down to a 10-3 or something. 3 valid laps, 3, and each of them consecutively faster than the last. And that, I know what happened there. I know exactly what happened there. Come on. No. We're throwing it away. And I know, yeah, basically my braking marker for that first corner is a certain bit of tarmac on the road, and I was looking at a different bit on that lap. I can't believe it. Just a tiny moment, a lapse of concentration, picking the wrong braking reference, and suddenly that's it. What a shame. Oh well, we can still get more positions back though. At least we'll have a little battle with a fellow silver Mercedes in Han. Bo Dixon's not far behind us either. What a shame though, because that would have been a really nice P8. And that was nothing to do with the worn tyres, nothing to do with a driving mistake. It was just concentration, picking the wrong braking zone. Come on. Just about an overlap. Hans got back through. Look at the straight line speed there without a slipstream for me. Just can't see anything when you're following someone this closely. There it is. There's the move. Down the inside. Oh, I'll take that. Lovely switchback. Right. But the problem is, Hans going to have the slipstream, and now Dixon's involved as well, who I believe is an esports driver, Bo Dixon. So, one more lap, no slipstream. The other 2 behind me have it. So, it's going to be very tough. Let's just focus on our exit. Good exit there. Hans actually under pressure from Dixon, so that could help me, because those 2 could go side by side. Oh, it's tense. You can see the gap coming down drastically. Look at that run. He's getting pushed. No. Late on the brakes from me. Doing everything I can. Really smart from Dixon. Pushing Han along. And you could see the head of steam they had on me was absolutely ridiculous. We defend the inside to this corner. If we need to. Don't think we need to. focused fully on our exit. We even kept it within track limits there, and we've got half a second on the exit. The whole lap's actually been in track limits, which is surprising because I've been panicking so much. But it's been a good one. Come on! Just 2 more straights to hold on. I think I'm going to do it, as long as I don't make any big mistakes here. That was neat and tidy. 6/10s now. I think we're going to get P9. It's a shame, it should have been P8. But at the end of the day, we only lost 1 position with this stupid mistake. Two 10s up on my best lap on this lap as well. Shame I've gone too deep in there though. Throwing it all away. Yeah, threw away 2 10s in the last few corners, but hey, P9, better than the first race. Enjoyed that one. I felt a lot more comfortable with my car in that race. Yeah, it was just thoroughly enjoyable. And what a pleasure it is to race against such, you know, talented drivers in these cars. Like, normally with pro esports, and when I've done esports racing in the past, unless you join like a fun league that are racing old 90s GT1s or, you know, classic content, it's not that often you get a race in these sorts of cars with that sort of talent. So, yeah, big thank you to RaceRoom and
Good
DTM
race.
for inviting me
Thanks
there.
for the bump draft, Stiefelhagen.
Especially with Krippner, that was brilliant.
Yep, good race, no problem.
Now we're going to hang around in the Discord for a little bit, just in case we get dragged away for anything. Yeah, best lap 2:10.3. On that last lap, it was definitely on for a 2:10.1, which would have put us in the sort of Hackett and Vera realm of fastest lap. But obviously, the thing is, and you can see there, Keto finished second. Didn't get a single clean lap in, so track limits were, yeah, let's say, optional. And I definitely had my, I mean, I cut most of the laps there. I got four in a row, or 4 out of 5 of the last laps were good and clean, but before that there was lots of little track limits warnings as well. So there you go. But yeah, P9. I will take it. Oh, I need a drink from my far too big water glass now. Oh, I needed that so badly. We'll click finish. I just want to show you what that looks like from the outside. Cheers, Tom. Thank you. Yeah, I'm, as I said, the first race I felt like I didn't do myself full justice. It was okay. I had some fun, but I wasn't comfortable. I was making little mistakes. It wasn't perfect. Obviously, that second race, I made mistakes, but it was different. I was on a different pace level. I had a different confidence and comfort with the car, and those cars are easier to make mistakes in, let's say. But I had a couple of nice moves in there, so very chuffed with that. Just going to show you a little replay to show you what it looks like from the external view, because these cars are just awesome. Obviously, you can see what the other cars look like when we're battling them, but... Here we go. What I want to see is that three-way battle. Yeah, this was the fun bit. So where do we start? Let's see where we might. The thing is, there's a chance, probably not, because we didn't finish near the front. But we might get dragged in for an interview, the broadcast. So I'm going to stick around. Look how cool these cars are. if you want to learn more, by the way, about this era of DTM specifically, we've actually done a full kind of, I guess, almost retrospective of this particular car class. We reviewed this content when it released, and there is a video on the Traction channel. If you type in, I don't actually know what to type in, 90s DTM on RaceRoom. In fact, I might even send a little link in the chat if I can do that. There's the move. Slipstream was huge. But it's a good video if you want to learn more about the cars, basically. And it's called the video is called DTM 1995 Race Room, the best sim racing content this year, because it was some of the best content last year. I'm going to post a link for anyone watching it and wants to learn more about the cars. We tested the content, but also I did a bit of a story about the category and the series, so you can watch that and learn a little bit about what made these cars so special, who were the dominating cars, what race tracks they went to, see some archive footage, all that sort of stuff. So feel free. Yeah, you're absolutely right, SMS, and thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yeah, the pace was strong. You can see the inputs on the steering wheel. You can see above my head the inputs over there. And you can, I mean, obviously you can see it during the race as well to a degree, but you're just playing around with them. I should have looked after my rear tires a bit better at the start, but I was having a lot of fun. And by the way, this won't be the only Traction stream this week, because I'm actually going to be streaming again later in the week. We're going to be doing the first ever Le Mans, public at least, driver swap race. So myself, my colleague Ross McGregor, who you'll know from appearing on the stream sometimes, but also as one of the writers at Traction and a good friend of mine for, we've been teammates for a long time in sim racing. So me and Ross are going to do that race together, along with Jerne Simoncic, who is, of course, one of the best drivers in the world when it comes to rFactor 2, Le Mans Ultimate, Studio 397 sim racing. He's just an all-round legend and very, very fast driver. So he's going to be like our Stig. So myself, Ross, and Jerne are going to take part in the first ever LMU driver swap event, 6 hours of Qatar, this Friday, and we're going to be streaming it on the Traction channel from my perspective. I don't know if Jerne is also going to stream it from his perspective over with Rafa Esports, but we'll have to wait and see. Either way, I'll post the stream link on my personal X page, and obviously you can follow it by subscribing to this YouTube channel, and you'll see when we go live. But that's going to be a really, really fun one, and yeah, we're going to try and do as well as we can. There's only going to be one first ever driver swap race. That's the reality. Also, this is where you can tell the esports drivers, by the way. So look at this. So I'm keeping it within that white line, and then look behind me. Now, I don't know if that's legal or not, because obviously the track limits weren't being enforced properly, but that is a much better braking point and entry line into this right-hander. So that, you can tell the esports drivers. I mean, I can't really argue, because I did that, and to be honest, that is every bit as illegal, so I'll shut up now. So Tim Yarshall's in the broadcast booth at the moment. I was also really enjoying that we were getting like closing in on Tim Heineman there. Let's keep playing that. I've just seen a message as well I've had about my brake pedal. Just so this is a weird thing about RaceRoom, right? I have the SimuCube active pedal. Now you may have noticed at some points the brake input wasn't fully off. Like there was a tiny bit of red, and it looked as if the brake was dragging slightly, but I can assure you that's not my pedal, and it seems to be a RaceRoom thing. I don't know if it's a little bit of a glitch or something, but essentially, when you hit the brake pedal, I do not have a dead zone. Like my brake pedal does not stick at all. The throttle's been a bit funky recently, so I need to sort that. But the brake pedal does not stick. But on RaceRoom, for some reason, sometimes when you're off the brake pedal, it shows a tiny bit of red on the little input there above my head. So it looks like there's sticky brake, but I don't think it is. I think it's just an issue with the graphics. Because I also have a dead zone in game for about 2 or 3%, just for caution anyway. So yeah, just thought I'd clarify that. Oh, interesting, yeah. So, sorry, I've got a message from G-San Dad as well. I don't play RaceRoom very much, but I'm tempted to jump in the Alfa Romeo and blast around. I think this excellent sim gets lost in the excitement around newer titles. Yes, I agree. I think the issue with this sim compared to the others is it sometimes feels a little bit simplistic. It looks a little more... It looks a bit softer than some of the hardcore sims, which is not necessarily a bad thing. But I think the bigger issue is more that the physics feel a little bit, and the whole game itself feels a little bit simplified. Now, that is, trust me, that's not a bad thing. I think it does get overlooked, considering it's free to enter, and you just have to buy certain bits of content. It's an amazing sim to get going with, and I think it's really, really good fun. The only thing I'd say is when you're absolutely on the limit to go really fast in this game, the driving style required is a little bit less realistic than some other high-end sims, and I think that's why it doesn't quite get considered amongst like the iRacings of this world, even though it's a lot cheaper. I just think that there's, fundamentally with RaceRoom, there's a little bit more car inconsistency as well. I think a few of the cars don't feel quite as good, but some of the cars like this feel epic. You just have to do a bit of setup work to get them there as well. But honestly, it doesn't, at the end of the day, all of these sims are games, right? They're all trying to be a certain level of realism, but none of them are real. So you can argue about, oh yeah, if I apply a real style to this game, it's a bit better than if I apply a real style to that game, and blah, blah, blah. At the end of the day, is it fun to drive? Does it feel natural? Is always the thing I come back to. Something could feel slightly unrealistic, but if it feels natural, that's fine. Because you can still apply racing car logic, you can still brake where you think you should, turn in, feel the car underneath you. So for me, a natural feeling is as important as a realistic, let's say, a realistic physics or realistic reaction to your inputs. And RaceRoom, some of the cars don't feel very natural in my opinion, but some cars like this do feel natural. You can drive them naturally. So yeah, if you don't play it very much, now's the time to try it if you're on PC, because it's free to enter, but also all of the content in the game is free right at this very moment, to try at least. I want the 3-car battle, but I think we have to go a little bit further back when I was at the back of the train. Here it is. Oh, game's crashed. Game's crashed. Does that mean we should end it? Is that a sign? I'm still waiting just in case we get dragged into the interview booth. As I say, I really don't expect it because we did not finish towards the front of the field. So, yeah. I think that's going to be it. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed a little serious race, let's call it. It wasn't a serious race, it was obviously a fun race, but a serious-ish, or I was treating it seriously anyway on RaceRoom. Really enjoyed the battling with the esports stars, with their a little bit of extra weight to give us a chance, and also obviously battling with the non-esports drivers as well. Thoroughly enjoyed it. And hopefully I'll see some of you on Friday for the first ever Le Mans Ultimate Driver Swap event. It's going to be a biggie. It's going to be fun. I'm going to be prepping for it a bit tomorrow. We also have, if things go to plan, a traction video coming out for you tomorrow. Now, if anyone is interested in beginner wheels, so if anyone's started sim racing, obviously if you're watching this, the likelihood is either you are a sim racer or you're interested in sim racing in some capacity. We have had questions before about what are the best beginner wheels to get started, looking at around about the under £300 mark. Some of them, by the way, spoiler alert, are closer to 100. So we're putting together our kind of ultimate guide to beginner sim racing equipment, and hopefully it'll give you some great recommendations for what wheels and pedals you should consider to get started, depending on your budget, your requirements. We'll go over the details and share all those things with you, and also recommend some good second-hand things to buy as well. So that's our main video. Hopefully, if everything goes to plan, something might change. If something crazy happens tomorrow and a new game suddenly releases out of nowhere, maybe we'll switch it up and the wheel video will be another week. But plan is tomorrow, and then the Le Mans Ultimate stream on Friday. So lots of good content coming up. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for commenting. Leave us a like if you've enjoyed. Subscribe for more sim racing content in the future. And I'll see you all again soon. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye.